So hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a brand new situation which, just before we jump into what this is actually going to be, you might be able to tell that this is going to be something to do with Minecraft. But, something I wanted to do and something I've had the itch to do, let me just briefly tweak something. There we are, that's better. Right, so, yeah, so as I was saying, something that I've been tweaking around and talking about and thinking about doing is because those who don't know, I stepped away from gaming videos about 3 years ago. And those who will be subscribed to this channel, which I can't imagine there'll be many of, will remember that I did Minecraft with ASMP and did Minecraft content and that kind of thing. So that was always something that was exciting to me, but I grew away from it because I started my own video production company. And lately, since the whole pandemic and since the lockdown, I've been kind of having the itch to create Minecraft-based content again. So this is going to be a fun little let's play, or little kind of playthrough that we're going to do. And by no means is this necessarily going to be YouTube world of amazing content. There we go. I'm just going to turn this on. Yeah, I don't play Optifine. So while we're waiting for the map or the world to generate itself a little bit, I wanted to just do this let's play just for fun. I've talked in great length about why you should be doing content from a get-go. I found a podcast this morning that also talked about just doing content for the sake of doing content and enjoying that content creation process. So I'm honest, I can't imagine this is going to get very many views or very much traction, but I'm going to enjoy doing it anyway. So we're going to jump straight in, and I think it's going to be a way for me as well to ensure or keep to actually playing on a single map. So just to give you some context on how I'm planning to, while this block refuses to let me gather it, which is lovely. Don't know why my Minecraft does this, but it does have this odd lag. It might be because of where Minecraft is installed. I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, for me, this is going to be just kind of a chilled out kind of situation and kind of chilled out little series that we're going to be doing. And I'm playing the game on 1.11.2 deliberately. That's partly because that's the part of the game or the level of the game that I actually left the game playing, number one. And number two, it's also the one that I know is compatible with Optifine and shaders and all that good graphical stuff. So, yeah, I hope you guys are going to enjoy this series. It's going to be a way for me just to play for fun and just have the fun of creating more gaming-related content again, and in some ways reviving this YouTube channel. Now, by no means does this mean that I will be necessarily doing it super consistently, because I still have the priority of, or still have the priority, should I say, of creating my gaming, non-gaming related content in that respect as well. I'm just gonna double check real fast if we are, and we have, yeah, that's a little on the higher side there. So I'm gonna just let's drag our in-game sound in-game down a touch as well, because I have a feeling that's a touch on the louder side as well. There we go. Let's just do a little testaruno. Yeah, that's better. That's good. That's very cool. Right, I'm gonna minimize OBS again, and yeah, depending on how things go, you might see some upgrades in regards to the face cam, because I might actually use my real camera, but for now we're just using my Logitech webcam that I've been using for many Zoom calls and many things like that. So yeah, so I hope you guys have been enjoying lockdown and have been enjoying that time that we are able to spend with our loved ones as well. I think that's really important, and this has also given me a way to possibly do like a kind of podcast esque piece of content as well. that I might find that is good. So we might just call this Minecraft and Chill. It's going to be because of me, I've found personally, anyway, that I'm very, very passionate about creating content and content creation in general. But for me, I really, really want to make sure that I don't. I'm not in a position where I'm overly working myself in some ways as well, but also do kind of different kinds of content and really kind of just experiment a little bit and see what I really enjoy doing and possibly look to building up a gaming following as well. Just as I say, I mean, just looking for just different things that are interesting to me and are fun, quote unquote fun anyway, from my perspective at least, and what I feel is going to be fun and enjoyable. So the overall game plan and the overall game plan for this Let's Play, I think it's going to be, the first thing we want to do is we want to, obvious reasons, gather some resources. And apologies if this hole is rather dark, but yes, it is a hole indeed. There we go. But I'm just going to grab some stone, and then we're going to grab a bunch of wood, and then we're probably going to explore a little bit as well. Now, if I'm being completely honest with you guys right now, I don't 100% know where I'm going to put this content, because I've actually got two options. I have my, what will probably be very dead channel at this point, which is my old gaming channel, which I think I will leave dead or closer to being dead, simply because the majority of that content before it was dead was mostly it was a bit of Minecraft, but mostly World of Warcraft based. Now if I start bringing back World of Warcraft content again, that then be, or maybe where I look to specifically put that content. So I think that's the plan we're going to do, and I think my original plan for this mini-series, or this series specifically, was to film specific episodes that are not necessarily as heavily edited in that respect, because the part of the point and part of the fun for me here is just to have kind of cut it up into 10-minute or 15-minute episodes, but record for, say, a set of an hour or so, and then kind of document that process and just have a chat really, and just kind of see where that goes, and see what we feel and how we feel about what things are going on. So as well. So yeah, I think this is going to be a really fun series to do. Apologies if I am slightly more rambly than otherwise, but those who, to give a little bit of intro, those who will be coming and joining to the Shadow Plays channel, which is probably where this is going to go, unless I decide to make a completely brand new channel, then welcome. If this is on a brand new channel, but I'd probably be on Shadow Plays, I'll be honest. But yeah. So my background originally, just to give a brief kind of background and to keep this commentary going while we decide which way and what we're going to do gameplay wise, while I just gather a little bit more wood, and then we're going to head, probably, I'm debating on which way to go, is I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about some of my background starting out. So for me, I originally wanted to become a 3D modeler, or a kind of work in the games field. I always loved video games, and I always wanted to necessarily be part of making them. So that's what I did after school. So I left school with the GCSEs that I had. I think we're going to head that way for the time being. And hey, cows, what's up? What's up, bros? So we're going to grab some leather and some food from these guys, and we'll probably grab this coal as well. But yeah, so I started out originally going to school like everyone else, not really 100% understanding or knowing what I was looking to do or what I wanted to do. I want to be a little bit careful, because I do hear some lava here, so I'm going to be a little bit on the more cautious side, but I would like to grab this coal. That would be pretty exciting stuff. So yeah, I'm going to go back to this story, then I'm going to try and not be distracted by the gameplay for the time being, in the respect to the story time with Shadow, which is weird because I haven't been called Shadow in a long time. But anyway, so yeah, so originally I left school and I went to college and I studied for game development, which this was probably about 4 to 5 to 6, 7 years ago now. And I am qualified. And then there was a talk of university, and there was a talk of, do I want to go to uni? Do I see a value in going to uni? Do I necessarily feel that's the correct decision for me? Now, since then, I have kind of looked at the uni kind of landscape and looked and said, well, really, I mean, you know, for specific jobs, I can see definitely why you would want to go to uni or why you should go to uni, but in most cases, especially in a creative field, I wouldn't say you would need to, unless as long as, with the caveat of saying that you are very driven in the respect to get to where you want to go, in that respect. So, and around this time, so I studied game development, should I say, and around this time for a couple of years, as we're not going to stay here, I think we'll kill off these cows and build up some leather and also some beef and food situation as well. These cats are lagging around all over the place. But yeah, anyway, so the overall situation that I've found anyway is that what was it? Oh yeah, about gaming. So for me, I studied game development. Really enjoyed the course, but I looked at the industry from a gaming perspective, and I saw they were not exactly treating the, like, you know, there's crunch times and it gets very stressful, and I think that it was for me a situation where I didn't necessarily want that to take away from my love of gaming and allow me to I think it would have taken away my overall love for gaming in that respect. I'm just going to tweak something because I have a suspicion that for whatever reason my frame rate is jumping all over the place. So I'm just going to see what happens when I put it on like on completely unlimited, or actually what we'll do, if I go into video settings and I bring this down to, say, target FPS of 70, then it should, in theory, try to stay at that range. But yeah, apologies if the frame rate does jump around a little bit. But yeah, not really much I can do about that. I will have to look into that to see what's really going on, because it's actually been a while since I did recording on this computer, and I think this drive is rather full. So as well, I will need to double check that everything is still good to go as well. So that's all good there. So yeah, so that's me. That's where I started. And then I decided, and I was at a crossroads in my life at that point. So this was just after leaving college, and I was at a crossroads in the respect to not 100% knowing what I wanted to do overall in the respect to for a job, right? So around this time as well, I had a part-time and I had, you know, gone through meaningless jobs and this and that, and those are from the UK. You know, of Subway, and I worked in Subway for about 2.5 to 3 years, and yeah. So then around this time, I was also trying to pursue a more YouTube gaming related career in that respect as well. And this frame rate is really annoying me. So yeah. In that respect, so we looked at that, and we looked at what I wanted to do there. What the hell, Cal? You're flying. And so yeah, I looked into that, and I will then look to see what I actually wanted to do. And I did some YouTube content. We took 6 months or so while I was moving to. There's so many cows here. What the hell? Then actually really look at specifically what, where, and how I wanted to go about pursuing my life and pursuing what I wanted to do in that respect. So what I ended up actually doing was taking 6 months out or so to sort of really focus on YouTube, really focus on my YouTube career, quote unquote, at that time, which wasn't necessarily as shiny or as monetarily filled as possible. But I had developed enough financial level to actually support me during those 6 months, and it also coincided with the 6 months of me basically